Hello everyone, I'm Jin, the TCM practitioner and instructor in Victoria, BC, Canada. Here is my online class for ENT and eye problems for TCM practitioner and acupuncturist. The book we use I put below here. I hope I can help the students to study and review for the class. Let's start. So conjunctivitis, conjunctivitis. So conjunctivitis is the conjunctival problem. So we still go back of our anatomy picture. So conjunctiva is memories cover inside of our eyelid and the superficial of the eyeball here. So it got infections, then we call it conjunctivitis. So that just means infection happens in the conjunctiva area. And this kind of infection usually is bacterial infection. When infection happens in conjunctiva area, the common symptoms is red eyes, like the picture here, red eyes. And the patient will feel itchiness and painful there sometimes, and some discharging, mucus kind of secretion. So that's conjunctivitis. We say conjunctivitis, usually we have three reasons can cause it. Virus infection, bacterial infection, and allergies. Bacterial infection is most severe compared with others. And the bacterial infection always happens like acute and always have lot of discharging. So that's why we name it acute, like conjunctivitis. So means we especially talking about bacterial kind of infection called conjunctivitis. So we say these bacterial kind of conjunctivitis, usually they will have special time of the year, like a special season, warm season of the year. It's epidemically means it can be transformed from one person to another person and easily transformed. And locally we looking, we can see the red eyes here. Usually it will not go to cornea and the pupil area. It's around the iris eye. And they can have lots of mucus secretions and some pulse. So that's generally. So clinical symptoms. If people got these problems, we know the eyes is most sensitive. Anything go to inside the eyes will cause people uncomfortable feelings. Especially the bacterial infection happens in there. The patient will very uncomfortable feeling in the eyes. And sometimes itchiness. And the severe kind of case is the burning sensation or maybe painful in there, and even infected of eyelid. And also patient possible photophobia. So photophobia means aversion to light. Yeah, aversion to light. If people get more light, they will feel more severe itchiness or maybe severe painful in there. So like that's the general symptoms there. And sometimes they have secretions, yeah, hypersecretions, yeah, more secretions. So we say usually, it's not affected vision because we say usually that not go to like a center of the eyes, not blocking the pupils. But if too much secretions in there, like some pulse coming out, it's possible blocking the pupil and blocking the vision. So in that kind of case, the vision is decreased. And then we're talking about the secretions. Yeah, secretions. So that kind of secretions go to conjunctival area and even can cause the edema and swollen in the leader. Yeah, in the leader. So that's we say local effects. Usually when we talk about effects, we talk about redness, we talk about swollen, we talk about feel hot, and we talk about the painful. So look like they have all the factors for the infections. And in some severe kind of case, even some bleeding happens in conjunctival area. Yeah. So that's basically local symptoms here. Yeah, local symptoms here. So we say it usually happens in the one side of the eyes first. But because it is contaminated kind of sick or illness, bacterial infection, it's pretty easily like infected the other eyes. So that's clinically pretty common. People got one side of eyes getting sick and ill, and after a few days, infected others. Yeah, infected others. So we say this kind of conjunctivitis usually it can cure it. Yeah, usually can cure it. Like a severe kind of symptoms about 3-4 days, and then later on getting better and better. And the patient can relieve about 1 to 2 weeks. So that's about clinical symptoms. Then we're talking about different patterns. So this illness, the common pattern still with heat. Yeah. The first common pattern still with heat. So with heat pattern, the mostly symptoms and the size. Yeah, mostly symptoms and the size. We say we still separate with locally. Yeah, we still separate with locally first. So locally severe swollen, yeah, swollen of the eyelids and redness, yeah, redness. And the patient have itchiness or maybe uncomfortable feeling in there. And photophobia, yeah, photophobia, and tears. So that's generally say this part is the local symptoms. Yeah, local symptoms. Then we're talking about pattern symptoms. Yeah, pattern symptoms. So with heat pattern symptoms still like the common cold with heat pattern. So with heat pattern we know like aversion to wind and the fever same time, and the possible headache, deafness of the nose, possible body ache. And the first 2 days tongue not changing. After 2 days, maybe little bit red tongue and little bit yellow tongue coating. But the pulse, floating and rapid pulse. Yeah, floating and rapid. Floating same meaning of superficial. So treatment principle, disperse wind, clear heat, and benefit eyes. So the book they use 天活圣风堂. This formula not in our TCM list. So you say, I try to use a formula from TCM list. You still can go to like 银票散 or something like that. Yeah. But I just follow the book's formula here. You can modify it from other formulas. So basically, we say the Manley pattern, Manley pattern is wind heat pattern. We still have some herbs to disperse wind, and clear heat. That's basically in this formula there. And we need some herbs directly go to the eyes. Yeah, go to the eyes. And some herbs clear heat. So that's we say modified 天活圣风堂 here. Yeah, 风 is wind. Yeah. 圣 is like the dispersed wind. So they put 天活 as a king herbs here, and 防风 dispersed wind. 天活毒活 that we commonly use together. 天活 is pretty good to relieve, like wind dampness in the upper part of the body, and 毒火 you can relieve dampness wind from lower part of the body. But truly you can use together. And then we have some other herbs here. 荆芥 relieve external passengers, relieve wind, yeah, and 柴胡, yeah. So 柴胡they have different functions. Yeah, they are good for relieve external, and certainly they could go to the liver and gallbladder channel. But here still use for relieve externals. And 薄荷 pretty light, go to the eyes. And 白芷, yeah, 白芷, 薄荷, that's pretty good for the orifice. And 川芎, yeah, 川芎. 川芎, pretty good go to the heart problems also. So I think we learned the 川芎in the herb. We say 川芎good for any kind of headache, yeah, any kind of headache. So means they especially go to the heart, yeah, working for removal abscesses in there. And 止咳 is the key moving herbs there. 黄芪 is clear heat. Yeah, 黄芪 is clear heat. 桔梗 is the herb. Yeah, 桔梗 is pretty good herb. Usually we say it can open the lungs, but truly they lending the other herbs to go upward, yeah, upward, like a lending herbs. And then we have some other herbs there. And we modified from here, yeah, modified from here. So if patient is less wind, we're talking about wind heat pattern here, we're still thinking about in some of the case is more heat slow wind. Yeah. So if small heat, slow wind, slow wind, we can like remove 天火毒火. So that means 天火毒火 here still mainly used for wind kind of situation. And severe wind, severe wind. We can add 金银花连翘. Like we say, if we don't use this formula, we can just directly use 银翘散, and then we modify it from there, add some other herbs. It's still good. Still good. And 300p, and 300p. And 菊花 always good for the eyes.菊花 always good for the eyes, and clear heat from the eyes. So that's with the wind heat pattern. Then we talking about still pattern, still pattern, wind heat, still pattern, wind heat. But it's like more severe heat. Zhi is for the qi moving, for the qi moving. So basically, let's go back. Basically, 智壳 moving qi little bit downward, and 结梗 moving qi upward, like qi circulation there. This answers some questions. I think next time when you ask a question, you can go to everybody, and when I answer the question, like everybody know what kind of question I answered there. Because I don't have time to type in there. So where we are. So second part, we're still talking about wind heat here. And let's see what's the problems here. So locally, still swollen, still swollen. And still tear, but that kind of tear is a little bit hot, And is in the mucosa part, still some pulse in there, still some pulse in there. And even eyelids swollen, So that's local symptoms, And other symptoms, restless, thirsty, yellow urination, and constipation. So that's internal heat, internal heat. And right hand yellow coating, internal heat, rapidly stronger pulse. Rapid pulse is heat pulse. Stronger pulse means excessive heat. So I think the name here, you can change it for internal heat pattern. It's a little bit confusing here for the name. So internal heat pattern, internal heat pattern. So for this pattern, certainly we need clear heat and purging fear, clear heat, purging fear. And we say all the orifice problems, it is combination pattern, external reason and internal reason. So this reason mainly is internal heat, but still have some external passenger wind. So that's the pattern name there, but it looks like a little bit confusing. So mainly you can change it for internal heat pattern. So that's why they're talking about the dispersing wind. So they modified the 泄肺饮. So 泻 is purging, 肺 is the lung, yin is not yin in here. Yin means decoction, yeah, like the soup or drink or whatever. The herb decoction. So this formula not in our TCM list. Yeah, this formula not in our TCM list. So certainly you can thinking about other formulas, or maybe you can make your formula yourself. So when we go to our midterm or maybe the final, basically I will give you pattern like the formula in our CTCM list. But if you couldn't think about which formula in there, you still can make your formula here. But the herbs in there, yeah, herbs in there, got good like application should be okay. So let's see this one first. Yeah, 石膏。石膏 we need cooked first. Yeah, cooked first. A big dosage of 石膏. We say 石膏 always need a big dosage because 石膏 is heavy. Yeah. Even 20 grams. Sometimes we use 30 grams, still okay. But still not look like still not that big amount. So 20 grams of 石膏, and then we put 黄芩桑白皮 is clear heat, yeah, clear heat, and 连翘 we say 连翘 is belong to external passenger category and clear some toxins. So clear heat from the eyes, and 栀子 clear. 栀子 can clear heat from 3 gels. And 赤芍药, yeah, 赤芍药 clear heat from the blood. So that's basically we are mainly clear heat. Yeah, we mainly clear heat. Some other herbs here. Yeah, some other herbs here. I think you can put 炙壳 and 荆芥 as a pair herb. So 炙壳 荆芥 together. 荆芥 lending the qi or lending the herbs moving upward. 炙壳 lending the qi and the herbs go downward. So they are working together like a circulation. Yeah, circulation inside the body. So moving the qi, yeah, moving the qi. And 木通 still the herbs clear heat from the urine, yeah, promote urination, clear heat. And 防风 prevent passenger wind, yeah, 防风 prevent passenger wind. And 白芷 go to upward, yeah, open the orifice. And 前胡甘草, yeah, 前胡甘草. So that's go to the lung, yeah, that's go to the lung. So modify there. So then if patient have a severe kind of heat toxins, we remove 前胡 and 白芷 and add 金银花 and 蒲公英 and 鱼腥草. So we know 金银花 always good. The 金银花 and where it is 连翘, yeah. 金银花连翘 here. It is par herb. Par herb. So they are always working together. Like we have 银翘散, the king herb is 金银花 and 连翘. And 蒲公英 clear heat toxins go to upward. Yeah. And 鱼腥草 clear heat toxin also. So that's if severe kind of heat toxins, yeah, severe kind of heat toxins. And if patient has severe kind of constipation, we still can add in 大黄, and we also can add in some 芒硝. So 大黄, 芒硝 together, like half of the formula of 承气汤. Yeah. 大黄, 芒硝. That's half of the 承气汤, purging heat from the bowel movement. So that's for this pattern. Then we're talking about the next pattern. Still wind heat, but it's more severe. Yeah, it's more severe. So when we're talking about the severe wind heat, locally symptoms will be more severe. More severe redness and more severe swollen. They are in the eyeballs and in the eyelids. So that's locally. And painful itching is more severe also. And sometimes pain, sometimes more severe kind of itching. And photophobia, aversion to light, photophobia. And possible burning sensation in the eyes also. And they have tear, hot tear. It means more heat inside. And some pulse kind of separation. So that's the local symptom. That's the local symptom. And the other symptoms. So other symptoms, fever and aversion to cold. Same time that we're always talking about external passenger EPI. External passenger EPI. And the constipation, yellow urination, that's internal heat. So that's we say orifice problem. Always combination external reason and internal reason. But this sometimes external symptoms more severe, or sometimes internal symptoms is more severe. So that's we separate the pattern here. But truly, most case, it is combination external reason and internal reason. And red tongue, yellow tongue coating, we say still internal heat, and rapidly stronger pulse, still internal heat. So mainly pattern, it like mainly, it go to internal heat already. It possible start from external wind heat. And for past some time, is not cured, and then the heat from external heat changing to the internal heat. So that's the pattern, but still have some external symptoms, not totally reduced. That's we say fever and aversion to cold still in there, but the pulse is go to internal already. It's not superficial pulse anymore. So for this pattern, we still dispersing passenger wind from externally and remove passenger heat from internally. So that's with a combination pattern here. So the formula we use, 防风通圣散. So this formula still not in our TCM list. 防风通圣散, not in our TCM list. So 防风 yeah, 防风警戒 yeah, 防风警戒 here still mainly relieve external pathogen. And 桔梗 landing T go upper, yeah, 桔梗 landing T upper. And 薄荷 yeah, 薄荷 is the leaf of the herb. So pretty light, pretty go upward, yeah, pretty go upward. But remember, not only 薄荷, I think some herbs I didn't put in there. Like the leaf, like the flower, means pretty light herbs. Usually we cooking short term, means we can cooking other herbs first, and then in the last 10 minutes we adding there. So that's we say to be decocted later, means we cook other herbs first and then adding it later. So not only for the 薄荷, like 菊花, yeah, and other flowers, even 金银花, we can add in later. And 连翘 clear heat toxins, yeah, clear heat toxins. And 栀子 we talking about few times, clear 3焦 heat, clear 3焦 heat. And 黄芩, yeah, 黄芩 upper 焦 heat. Upper 焦 heat, most of the time we use 黄芩. 滑石 clear heat promote urination. And 川芎 moving blood. 当归 tonify blood, moving blood. 当归白芍 yeah, tonify blood. And 大黄 surgeon heat, yeah, 大黄 surgeon heat. And 甘草 harmonize the whole formula. So that's for this pattern. Yeah, that's for this pattern. So basically, it's clear heat. Yeah, mainly is internal heat, but still have some external heat in there. So that's we talking about decoctions. Yeah, decoctions means cooking the herb and drinking it. Then we still have some way external use. Yeah, external use. So fumigations, yeah, fumigations and washing. So basically, we use we cook some herbs first. So 野菊花. So usually we talking about the herb's name. We talking about the 菊花. 野 means naturally grows like on the mountain or some place. It's not planted. It's not planted. So we could just use 菊花. Yeah. I think we use 菊花. I will learn like a yellow color of 菊花, 黄菊花 and 白菊花. Yeah, yellow and white. Yeah. Generally say 菊花, they have two different kind of colors. Yeah. Usually 野菊花 is white kind of 菊花. And 菊花 with 蒲公英 together. Yeah, 菊花 with 蒲公英 together. And then another herb we call 车前草. 车前草 not in our TCM list, but we have 车前子. We talking about the 车前子before. Seeds, yeah, seeds. But 车前草 just means grass, yeah, whole grass. 车前草 still can clear heat, toxin herb. And 紫花地丁, yeah, clear heat, toxins. So all the ingredients put together and cook it, yeah, decoct it with the water. And when they talking about fumigation, means like we have a container here, and we can put some hair under it, like a boiling it. Like a boiling it. Make it boiling. And then some steam will coming up, and put the eyes close there. I think right now it's not that complicated. Right now we have special kind of like tools, like you can put your whole face there, and they can use electrical, like they boil it, put some water, still put some water in there, and at the same time you put herbs together in there, and then the steam will be coming out, and use that kind of steam for the eyes. Yeah. So that's they talk about fumigation here. I'm not sure it's the right words, the English words there, but basically the meaning is like this. And also you can waiting the like decoctions, let it be cooling down, and washing it, yeah, washing the eyes. So that's externally used, yeah, externally used. So severe kind of case, we can use both internally, drink some herbs decoctions, and externally use some herbs to steam it or washing it. So that's for this illness. Any questions?